So now, what we have here is we have to extend the shaft. What we have here is a very stubby shaft. The old shaft comes out to here. And so the chain cannot be hooked up to this one because these are almost an inch apart from each other, from the old engine to the new engine. So what we're doing here is we're taking measurements, and this is carefully measured piece of the old shaft. Right, this piece right here is cut off the old shaft. The engine's junk, never going to be used again. So that's roughly what it's going to look like when we're done. It's going to need some welding done to it. All the welding is going to be on the original pieces, and nothing is going to be welded onto the engine or the new pieces. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to make a shaft extension, and they'll bolt on normally like they do. There's a little plate that goes on there that locks it in place. Each one has it, so that'll be locked in place, and that'll be locked into place. And I need something a little stronger than just two bolts holding the thing together. So I plan on doing some welding. I plan on welding this cog to this shaft. So I'm going to try to look for some hardened steel blocks. When I'm done, this can be taken apart, and a cog by itself can be put back on if someone so desires in the future. The old shaft, one bonus with the old shaft is that, see, this new chain cover, sprocket cover, will not fit on there anymore. So we're going to use the old chain cover, but that has a bonus. The old chain cover has a bearing in it, where this one does not. So, and this one, this part of the shaft slides into that bearing, and so the chain cover will actually support some of the weight, some of the torque being applied to the wheel. So, you know, just having this, it will be a bit wobbly when it's done, but it should hold. It's only a 50cc engine, for Pete's sake. But having a bearing hold this side in place, right? So that makes me feel a lot better, knowing that the weight is going to be distributed on this side and on this side. With this engine, it's just all the weight is on, all the torque, the weight from the torque, from the force, is just going to be first on this, and therefore, you know, the further you go out, the easier it is. It's going to be easy to snap something. So, yeah, so the weight will be distributed between here and here. So that's a good thing. Okay, here's what I got so far. This is going to be our adapter. I took this with me, and what I did was I got a nut like this, and a bolt like this, put it on the end there, and then I was able to feed it into the saw. Saw mark on there. And so now what I did was I cut that in half like this. And now something like that. And I'll weld it up. Okay, this shaft, these pieces, and this will get welded together. There, you see how much further that sticks up. Now something like that. Oh, look at that. That's almost perfect. I need that clearance to get this in there. Because this is going to bolt to here. Get it in there? Yes, we got it in the picture. This one is going to right on here. And it's going to have the shaft on there. And then that's going to be one piece. This and these and the shaft are going to be one piece, and I have to be able to get this in there and do a little twist, and then once it's got that twist, I mean, it wiggles around, but that's what it's supposed to do. So it'll be a layered. It's going to be a homemade extension. I've seen these shaft extenders on eBay, but they're all for Harley Davidson. Nothing for my application, so we're going to make one. And then you're like, yeah, okay, but you know, you get two of those, and then the shaft is going to be a little wobbly, and then that's going to be a little extra wobbly. But compared, here's the two covers. Here's the new cover, and well, you know, it's got something there, but it's really nothing. It's kind of like structural support, whereas this has actually got a bearing in the center. So see, that actually holds that into place. So that is going to be structurally holding some of the torque from the chain, from the compression that the engine's going to be delivering. That's what I mean. It's going to have. There, you can probably see it. When all is said and done, it's going to be held. It has a bearing at this end, and it also has a bearing at this end. Okay, so here we have the first bit of that welded up, and this is going to be welded onto there, and then this is going to be goes on that like that. Even though it's welded, I got to do some grinding on it. I got to make some room for that key, because that key has to be able to slide in and out. We're going to have plenty of welds thrown on there to help hold it in place. Got a little bit of a wobble to it, to make sure to get it nice and smooth. I gotta do some grinding here, and I gotta do some grinding here, and I gotta make sure that's all nice and level and flat when I take that into work tomorrow and weld this to this. Okay, the only way to assure that I can get even grind is to spin it around. Shaft to center, because it's in the chuck. Okay, so now we have this ground out where I can take this, slip it in there, and you have to be able to twist it to lock it. So we can do that. So all I gotta do is sandwich all these together, and then I can go get it welded. Okay, we got our piece together, and we give it a simple spin test to see if it looks level. A bit of wobble in her. See if we can. That looks beautiful. So tomorrow I can take this in, I can put a good old weld there, and I put a good old weld there, and okay. Here's our finished product. I just got it welded today. Get this out of the way for a little more contrast. One small problem with it, it's a little off center. The shaft hits on this side, and there's a weld BB in there somewhere from where I welded it. There you are. And it's keeping the key from going in. So I'll try to deal with one problem at a time. See if we can take care of this one problem with the Dremel. Okay, that part now solved. The next part is we need to take care of that BB in there. And the only thing that'll fit in there is a hacksaw and little tiny files. I don't know if you probably can't see it, but there's a welder BB. Sometimes they break off, sometimes they just don't. Okay, I think this is working. This one decided it was going to stay and not be moved. We have it. We have it. It's on there. It is on there. There we go. All I gotta do is bolt it in place. There's the finished piece. This has the wiggle like it's supposed to have. This has the wiggle like it's supposed to have. For a 50cc engine, that should be just fine. And then, like I said, the bearing from that other cover the bearing that's in this cover will support, when it's bolted down, will support, so only that really, this has enough wiggle room, so if that shaft is off-centered just a little bit, this has enough clearance to wiggle around a little bit. Looks like we're going to need it too. Yeah, looks like we're going to need it too. Hope we got enough. It should make its own groove in time. Well, now we're at a go point again, where we continue work. Before we were at a standstill. Now we can progress on. So there we go.